Hey, this is the 2016 awards for TV shows this year. So we have Jim over here. I'm pointing, but you can't obviously see where I'm pointing.
Hello, I'm over here.
And then we have Mole from the other side of the pond.
Hello.
So these are the shows. I think it was either they started in 2016, continued in 2016,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's it.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
any new episode that aired in 2016 is good.
Yeah. All right. So, who wants to get started with the first one? Best action moment of the year.
You're the host. It's up to you.
Okay, Jim. Because I'm just going from left, right, and middle, just in the way you're ordered on my laptop.
That's fair enough. That's how I usually do it on my end when I'm hosting. So that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So okay. So what is the first award here? I got the list. So it's the action moment. Okay. So best action moment of the year. I
The
gave
logo
it to.
cuts off half your face.
It really does. No, it's not even you should move. It just should make it smaller.
he, he
It
looks
doesn't
like,
do it doesn't do smaller. It's pre-sized by the minicamp.
Oh.
yeah, he's doing a cosplay of the Dark Knight poster where Two-Face blocked out his face.
Oh, did you write it down like a physical list as well?
I was trying to flip a corner. It didn't work.
Oh.
It's a two-faced joke. Anyway, so I gave it to the premiere pilot episode of the new show Designated Survivor that started this year. It's starring up there Kiefer Sutherland as President Kirkman, who, if you're not familiar with the premise, basically the American government, whenever everybody in the government is in one place at the same time, and they pick one person to not be there. So if somebody like bombs the place, everybody dies. There's somebody alive to be the president. And that's what the show's about, is that happens and everybody dies, and so he's the last guy and he becomes the president. And the after effect of the bombing and whatnot therein. And it's just a really awesome episode because the whole thing is action. It opens up and it's like, all right, a little slow. It's a State of the Union address as far as bombing. There's people dead. There's Secret Service guys running everywhere. Kirkman's being sworn in. They go down to the what do you call it? The situation room with the military guys. Like, we're taking that. All right, we were arming these ships over here, and we got these guys doing this because we think it might be this country that did it. And just like the whole just action for like the first 20 minutes of that episode, just action. It's awesome. Really set up the show. Really got you into it. I like it. Drama and action.
Nice.
Also, again, I'm still using the Final Countdown logo because we don't have a logo for this yet, so that's my standing logo. Pew, go to the next person.
Oh, no, Mo. You can totally go.
Oh, okay. My best action moment of the year came from right near the end of the year. And that is Supergirl, Firestorm, Diggle, Fear Queen, Heatwave, White Canary and the Atom versus Green Arrow and Flash.
Why are they fighting each other?
You'll have
Because
to watch and find out.
It's a crossover. Whenever the heroes meet, they always end up fighting. There was reasons involved, but yeah, basically they end up fighting each other, and yeah, it's as one-sided as you imagine until Green Arrow and Flash manage to finally start knocking them off one by one and making them turn good. But that was pretty awesome. I love that. I love that whole fight scene.
Very cool.
Alright.
Very cool.
So mine was I liked when Manhunter versus Ms. Martian, how they're sort of like fighting, and Ms. Martian's like fighting for Rio, but he doesn't want to fight her. So I thought that was cool the way he like defensively kind of did it, and she was like, "Arr!" Like, oh, like, prepped to like totally take him out. That was awesome.
Nice.
The fighting was really cool in there.
I like that.
Cool.
Oh, so the next one is best comedy movie of the year, Jim.
Okay. So this was actually also near the end of the year, but I just thought this was really funny. This is not a shot from this. I just didn't have a better picture because I couldn't find an actual still shot, so I'm just going to use this one. Let me jump over to me here. So yeah, if you don't know, that's Leroy from Once Upon a Time, aka Crumpy the Dwarf, formerly Dreamy. And there's just a hilarious moment in right in the mid-season finale of Once Upon a Time. You guys have both seen it, right? I'm not going to spoil anything.
Ooh, I haven't.
Okay. Let's just take 2 seconds. I'm not spoiling any events. All that is basically there's a scene where they're in the town, and all of a sudden there's a flash inside Granny's cafe that we see from the street, and the evil queen is standing in the street, and she sees the flash, and you just see Leroy run out of Granny's running down the street, going, "Portal! We've been portaled!" And it's hilarious. And I thought that was funny as hell. Because Leroy.
Nice.
So there you go.
Oh, so Mo, what's your funniest thing of the year?
I gave it to the Member Berries from South Park.
Ah,
Good. If I'd actually seen a whole episode of that, I probably would have.
Because I'm sorry, it's just awesome with, do you remember Chewbacca? Do you remember Han Solo? Do you remember this? Do you remember that? And that's all they do. It's like, do you remember this? Which is all people do nowadays, which is true. Like nowadays, more people look for jokes that are just, oh, look, it referenced something I know. Oh, look, they said something I know out loud. Ha 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 ha. Hilarious. When it's not, and it's like, yeah, it's just a case of, oh, everyone gets nostalgic over the stuff too much and gets blinded by it. And the Member Berries just help remind us that that's not a good thing.
alright. Have either of you? This is mine. Have either of you seen Silicon Valley?
Nope.
I've seen one episode.
What episode? The first one?
A random one on the plane, like years ago.
Okay. So, the one that I saw, this is like the funniest fucking thing I've probably seen on television, or actually, I saw it on HBO on my computer. So, the group finds basically someone stole the program that they used to like make lots of money. Like someone stole the program, so they have more funding, and they're gonna like buy them out with their slightly lesser program that they stole. So they have to come up with a whole new algorithm to make their thing run. So this guy was like talking about how fucked in the ass they are, and then he was like, I wonder how many people in the audience you could fuck everybody's ass per second. So they start making this whole algorithm and formula based on like length and size and distance you'd have to be to most efficiently fuck everybody in the entire audience as fast as possible. So how many people could you fuck during the allotted time that they were supposed to be speaking, because they're just going to be fucked the whole time. So they may as well do that because they don't have a presentation anymore. So then they're talking, and they're like literally making formulas. Like they said, okay, you know what? Like we'll make like a dick a p, and then like equals like time and like distance, and then length and width, and like they're just doing this whole fucking thing filling out this whiteboard. So then that gives the guy who actually wrote the algorithm an idea on how to rewrite their program so it can be even better than it was the people who stole it. And that's from this and from this like thing, that's when he comes up with the new thing that he made, new algorithm. So when on stage, and some people asked him for his inspiration, he was like, "Oh, my friend was just talking about dicks," and he like says that in front of like a press conference and stuff. He's like, "Oh, wait, no, I mean, my friend is a
No.
dick." He's like, "No, my friend is a dick, but he gave me the inspiration. That's what I meant." And like he just kind of leaves and was like, "What?" And but it's better. His machine, like they run a test, and his machine's better than everybody else. But the fact that they went to so hard and so long and talked about the algorithm of the most efficient way to fuck people in the ass instead of creating a presentation you no longer don't have.
Well, in all fairness, if you're talking about dicks and fucking people in the ass, the only way to go is long and hard.
Yeah, but they were like, okay, but you have to line everybody up here. You have to do these guys first. You have to position these people. Like, it was like so funny, and I was like dying laughing. The whole whiteboard of just how to most efficiently fuck people in the
Okay then.
ass. Oh, so the next one, that was emotional scene in a TV show. So Jim.
Yes. Okay. So I said I opened this with the premiere of a new show, and rather sadly, I do have to also include the ending of a show, the finale of Person of Interest.
Like season finale or like
No, like series finale, like they ended it after 5
oh.
years. It's hard to read there because it's blurry, but you can see that's Finch being watched by the machine, and those words above his head say "initiating permanent shutdown" or something to that general effect. And it was just it was my favorite show for 5 years. It was really sad to see it go, and they really did an emotional finale where you know they were trying to stop the evil AI Samaritan once and for all, and you did that in reverse, Ball.
I just realized that. My bad.
That's okay. Anyway, so basically, in the Person of Interest finale, just this emotional moment where you see a goodbye to the characters. One of the main characters had been killed like an episode or two prior, so that was still fresh in everybody's minds. And you just see this running finale, and you have this emotional moment where they're on a rooftop. And technically two rooftops, but Harold is running to try to get to the rooftop because the evil AI is going to upload itself to a satellite to save itself from being wiped out with the program they made. And so they have to stop it. And so he runs to the roof to stop it, saying, this has been my thing. I started this. I have to finish it. And he gets to the roof, only to find nothing on the roof when he gets there. And he looks up and realizes that the machine, who is now being voiced by the machine picked a voice. It's the voice of the character who died several episodes prior, so she's still involved, which is cool. And he realizes that the machine intentionally led him to the wrong roof to save his life. And he looks up and you just see John, the main character, on the other rooftop where the actual machine is that they need to be at to defend so that they can stop the evil AI. And you just see him there, saying how, it was always going to be me. You gave me purpose. It was, it was what I needed. You saved me. It's my turn to return the favor and save you. And you just see him up there just firing his guns and just holding the guys off as they stream at him firing guns and getting gunned down while buying enough time that the evil AI gets destroyed and can't upload itself. And it's a sad emotional moment, the goodbye to the characters, John being dead, seeing them go on with their lives. There's just the epilogue, and just really sad stuff. And it was very emotional to just have the end of all these characters. And so that just really, right here, man, right here.
Okay, so Mo, what was your emotional moment?
I gave it to Alex coming out on Supergirl.
Alex came out. Cool.
Yeah, because now it's whether or not people agree with the reasons for her eventually suddenly changing it next season doesn't matter. When she came out to Kara, it wasn't just a case of she just blindly accepts and goes cool and hugs her. She was weirded out, and she actually struggled with it for episodes leading up to her finally coming out, and it was just a big moment, and it was nice to see.
That's cool. That's cool. So I guess that means we're not going to see her get with Lord, huh?
He's
No.
not even in season 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so mine was a tie between the first episode of Speechless, which I don't know if you've Jim, you said you might watch it. Have you watched any episodes?
I did not get to it. No, I was thinking about it, but I didn't get there.
Basically, it's this kid with cerebral palsy, and it's pretty much he moved to this town because the school was willing to provide him a voice aid for him that will read all his he has like a laser pointer that'll point to all the words he wants or spell it out if he needs to, so the person will read it and be his voice. So yeah, so pretty much in the very first episode, they get this weird chick who he makes her say funny things because he hates her, and then his voice is like he doesn't want his voice to be this weird chick who sounds like freaking Glinda from Wicked. So yeah, he keeps making her say funny things or insult people and stuff, which is really hilarious because he hates her and he wants to make her quit. And so he finds this cool dude who the mom hates, who destroyed flowers, and they hate each other. But it shows even though he's doesn't know about being an aide, he has an awesome voice. He's like a deep black red voice. So he's like, you have a cool voice. I want you to be the guy who reads my box and everything. So he learns there, and he learns that he has to actually take responsibilities for him. He leaves him from the disabled truck and kind of leaves the truck out without him, without dropping the wheelchair thing on him, rolling in, and stuff like that. And he realizes all the things he has to do, but he also has to help him go to the bathroom and do other things because he can't really move or anything.
Right.
So he realizes he has to do more serious stuff too. And it just how the whole mom was trying to so hard to force all these people to be her son, like to have his say in everything. The mom like hated the voice guy, and she almost took away his voice to give him like a voice of somebody else, like kind of fighting for his choice just to take away his choice. And the mom kind of realized like, no, we're gonna keep this because I'm really fighting for you. And it was really cool. The whole episode really.
Cool.
Okay, so that's a tie. And the other tie is I thought was really emotional is Legends of Tomorrow, where Dr. Stein goes back in time to tell his younger self to pay more attention to his wife. So then he ends up having a daughter, and at first he totally is freaked out by her and wants like nothing to do with her because he doesn't remember her, and this random person's like attaching themselves to him. So, but then he slowly like gets more memories. Like he like loves her and stuff, and he thought like because normally they're not supposed to change time, he'd have to go and back in time and erase the aberration, go back in time and stop himself from telling his younger self that to take care of his wife more and to take his daughter away, which he was planning on doing in the very first time he met her. He said, "That's not my daughter. That's an aberration." But now that like the memories had time to sink in and stuff, he's like, "We can't do this. This is legitimately my family now. Like I have the memories of having this child and stuff." So like, it's really awesome.
I vaguely remember hearing about that. That didn't he originally have a son, and then
No,
it
that's
changed.
Diggle.
No, that's Diggle.
Oh,
This
okay.
is like he visits his past self and says, "Hey, like all my scientific work, that's shit. Like it's like fine or whatever, but my main thing in life was my wife. That was the best thing ever. So you have to take better care of her."
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, so Jim, the next one would be for you, and it is biggest surprise.
Okay. Oh, it actually ties into one of the last award I gave actually. Although I do want to give an honorable mention. I couldn't give the award to it because it's not from this year, even though I saw it this year. So
Then
I
it wouldn't
can't really.
count.
What's that?
Then it wouldn't count.
Right, which is why I can't give it the award. But I just did want to mention that I was very surprised at how good the Christmas episode of Black Mirror was when Mole picked it for our Christmas thing because I did not think it was gonna be that good. And that was really good. So just wanted to mention that. Um, I know it's a couple years old, but I gave it 2, and I'll go back into here. I think did I get another? No, I guess I'll use the same image then. That's fine. So I'll just put this back up. Same thing from that finale episode. The surprise that I guess I was sure from watching this for years because of how everything came. Harold took over this because originally his mentor, the guy that he built the machine with, started doing this on his own because they were receiving the numbers from the machine, the supposedly irrelevant numbers of violent crimes, the social security numbers. And he ended up finding out that his friend was doing this, and when his friend got killed in a bombing, Harold realized that this is my mission. I have to keep doing this for my friend. It's what I have to do. And he's been doing this ever since and hiring John and other people to do it with him. And I thought for sure that the end was going to be that Harold, being the one who built the machine and did all this, I didn't think he was going to survive. I thought for sure Harold wasn't going to make it, and then John was going to have to be the next one to take over for Harold and keep running the program to keep protecting the people with the numbers. And his purpose was going to be to take over for Harold and live up to his friend's legacy to keep working for the machine. I did not expect that Harold was actually going to be the one to survive, and John was going to be the one that died at the end. And not only did Harold survive, he got to go back to his wife who thought he was dead, and that was really cool. And they actually left Shaw, the lady character, was the one who at the end found out that their machine had survived and was going to still. They hinted that she was still going to keep working for the machine, so there was somebody still doing the mission. So that was cool. I didn't expect it to go that way, and it was really a surprise for me. I really thought Harold wasn't going to make it, and that when John went down, that blindsided me a little bit.
Nice.
Alright. So, Mo, what was your biggest surprise?
I've given it a tie. The first one, which I really wanted to mention, is Sandy Toksvig taking over as host of QI. Because I'll admit, I was watching it, when I heard it, I was like, okay, she's cool and all that, but you're replacing Stephen Fry? It's not going to be good without him. When I watched it, and I'm like, you know what? She's doing it well. She's got similar qualities, but yet she's making her own thing. She's not just trying to be his mini-me or whatever, and she did a really good job, and it's still enjoyable. So I'm like, yeah, that really surprised me.
Good.
And the second one I want to give it to is Go 8-Bit. Because that came the hell out of nowhere.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a TV show over here, which I was getting to, but it's a TV show over here, which what they ended up doing was, it, like I said, just out of nowhere, it came about, and it's like a panel show, which we always do, but it's about video games, and you got two captains. You got the host who's Dario Brian, who's hosted loads of the video game awards and stuff. You've got a fact verifier, and each week 2 different celebrities come on, and they play video games, and that's the show basically. They some of them, but they don't just play video games. There's always something weird about it. Like sometimes it'll be a different challenge, or it'll be one-on-ones and stuff. So it's always funny. And then like at the end when they go crazy, they've had stuff like they hooked up this thing that makes anything a control pad. If it's touched, it becomes a control pad. And they hooked it up to 4 people in cosplay, so the contestants had to do all this and feel the people. Like this one would do the fire, this one would do left and right, and it's just funny as fuck. And I was like, that's a great show, and it's made video games back on TV in a mainstream way. And I'm like, that's really fun. And
That's cool.
It's been commissioned for a season 2, so yay.
Good.
Woo!
That sounds like fun.
It was a great show.
Good.
So my biggest surprise wasn't like a surprise like shock instantly, but I was surprised like they went this way. Was that in Supergirl, her sister was gay, so I was like, oh, how about that? Like, I was like, I didn't expect them to do that because I thought they were gonna bring a Maxwell Lord back and do the whole thing. So I was like, oh, okay. Like I didn't see that coming.
Yep. I'll say the biggest surprise there is the fact they don't mention him.
I know. It's like, where the fuck did he go?
Yeah, he was like a big villain / maybe got redeemed at the end of season 1, and it's like, okay, cool. Season 2, no mention of him. You're like, what the fuck?
Where
Where is
did he
he?
go?
At least send a postcard.
That's a spoiler because he found out about Alex, so he's gonna come back in season 3 as Maxella.
Yeah. No, they should at least send a postcard. You know what I mean? Wish you were here, and like a picture of Gotham or something.
Yeah.
But yes, the next award, Pew.
Alright, so next one was that was awesome moment.
That was awesome!
Wow, awesome!
Everything was awesome.
Yeah, so Jim,
Not everything, just the thing we give the awards to.
Yep. So what was your that was awesome moment?
Do we have to say it like that? Okay.
It's all in capitals. That was awesome moment.
True.
That's how I meant to say it.
Okay. Fair enough. So, and this again harkens back to another show for early because I haven't watched that many shows this year, so I'll figure. And where is it? This one. So my that was awesome moment is anytime thus far Designated Survivor where President Kirkman stops taking shit from people. And he first does, and some people are complaining, oh, he's going Jack Bauer when he does this. It's not it's in this character. And I'm like, it kind of is, only because, yeah, he's supposed to be a really nice center-of-the-road guy and not that kind of guy. But anybody who's in a position of power like that has to be able to put that mask on when dealing with certain people, or you're not going to be able to do the job. So there's a scene in the pilot is after there's this big bombing of the Capitol and all the government people are dead except him and like a few that weren't there. They find out that the government of, I think it's the Iranians, the Iranian government is moving some ships into the Strait of Beirut, which is a military action that's not good. That's a major trade route where they export oil. And the military guy, the Joint Chiefs, tells the president, "Hey, they're doing this. We got to arm to combat them. They're making a move here." And he's like, "No way, you got to give me an opportunity to deal with this here because we don't want to go to an armed room." And he invites the Iranian ambassador to meet with him in the Oval Office, and he sits down, and the ambassador's all nice and everything. And Kirkman sits down and looks him in the eye and goes something to the general effect of, something like, we have just been attacked. This is not even now. I need those ships out of there. And there he goes, like, I assure you, we will do nothing of the sort. And he leaned and just goes, let me make myself clear. I want those ships out of the Strait of Beirut in the next 3 hours, or the headline on tomorrow's newspaper won't be the bombing of my capital. It will be the utter decimation of yours. And you're like, oh damn, he's not fucking around. And there's several moments where he does that when he has to deal with like foreign diplomats, or specific, like there's another one later on when he has to arrest a governor because one of the because it leaks that there was a Middle Eastern dude responsible for the bombing supposedly, and they one of the governors starts like arresting Middle Eastern people just for being Middle Eastern and putting them in camps, and it was the governor of Michigan and the fictional Michigan governor. And they try to shut him down, and he keeps not being able to stop the guy, and he's being supported by all the people and everything else. And he finally invites the guy to come to Washington to talk to him. And the guy gets off the plane after finally, he bluffs him once, and then the guy tries to do it again. So he gets him to come to Washington to talk to him. They get one of his advisors gets the governor on a plane and brings him there, and he gets off the plane. And the president walks down, and the governor's like, Mr. President, I'm glad we come to talk about this, maybe reach a mutual agreement. Like, Governor, I'm glad you could come too. You're hereby under arrest for treason. Like, wait, and then all the guys just grab him and arrest him. Like oh shit. And so then when he stops fucking around, it's like, no, I'm not taking this shit anymore. It's awesome. It's like, yeah, yes, he's letting a little Jack Bauer come through, but it's Kiefer Sutherland. There's gonna be a little Jack Bauer. It works. So yeah, anytime he's awesome.
Forget Jack Bauer. I still prefer "Cry, Little Sister."
I have no idea what that is.
Alright, so what
Lost
was
Boys,
your
a great 80s song.
Ah,
what was your
vampires.
word, Mo?
what's that?
That was
My
awesome.
that was awesome moment is a tie.
Okay.
First to a new show on Netflix called White Rabbit Project, in which Grant built a hoverboard.
Okay then.
Because it's awesome to see him. He was like, no, I don't like how the closest thing we have to a hoverboard doesn't really hover. So he took apart drones and he built what looks like sort of like the Green Goblin glider as he stands on it and uses the remote control, and it works. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Nice.
I wanted to add it to my list to see.
And the second thing I gave
I still don't understand why, if they wanted them to do that, why if they were if they wanted to do that, why they didn't just make them the new Mythbusters and let them take over.
because they're not just doing that. They did that on that one where they're looking at how close our science is to the fictional stuff. But on some of the other ones, they're also looking at like how they like the technology used in heists and what happened, and it's not just Mythbusters.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, and the second one goes to the entire CW 4-part crossover event.
That looked pretty awesome. I wish I watched all those shows so I could have watched it, but
Now, admittedly, it's cheating to call it a 4-part episode crossover when Supergirl's only crosses over for like 10 seconds, which is then replayed back in the middle of a Flash episode. But we will take it. And because she is in an alternate world, I'll allow this. And yeah, it's just awesome to see like Arrow teaming up to see like the Green Arrow side by side with Flash and Supergirl and the Atom and all of them from all the shows. And you're like, that's just awesome with the lineup. You're like, that's probably it's probably the best superhero like team up we've had all year. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Okay, so you totally also took my that was awesome.
You also had Grant on a hoverboard?
Ha!
she did.
No, but I did have the entire 4 episodes of the crossover event where everybody's fighting like aliens themselves and like all of that. So it was super amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the best part about the crossover is the end, Pew.
Yes.
When Cisco gives Supergirl a little device so she can come more frequently, I'm like, yes! Which they've already announced coming up later this year. They have confirmed it is the Music Maestro as the villain for the 2-part Supergirl Flash musical episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, and they haven't confirmed if it's Neil Patrick Harris yet, but I hope it is because he
I
was
really
awesome in
hope it
Batman
is.
Brave and the
amazing.
Bold. Yeah, he was awesome in the role in Batman Brave and the Bold, and he has been confirmed to be in Flash this year.
Mm.
We just don't know what role he's in, and everyone's hoping it's the Music Meister, but like, no, we haven't cast it yet.
Mm.
But still, musical episode, woo! Downside is it won't be all original songs.
Aw.
They said they might write one original song, but it's all going to be existing songs redone for the show. So they're singing basically whatever comes in, whatever they like. And I'm like, okay, so they're kind of gleeing it, which makes sense based on who they are. But still,
Cool.
it could be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right. So, Jim, what was your biggest disappointment?
His penis size.
Ha!
Anyway. Yeah, shitty writing on Once Upon a Time. Because
You told me it wasn't shitty yesterday when we were talking about the fact it might be cancelled.
no,
Everyone loves it.
no, I mean, mostly it's the shitty writing. Because remember, 2016 includes the end of last season too, which was that Underworld arc, which was not well handled. And specifically, the particular thing that comes to my mind that really jumped out at me when I was watching it was at the end of last season, they go through this whole arc in the underworld of how Emma has to stop lying to her family about what shit is going on and has to learn to trust people with shit. You know, they go through the whole big argument. The whole thing with the underworld happened because she didn't trust people when she was Dark Emma and did the whole thing and turned Hook into a Dark World because she didn't trust anybody, wanted to fix things herself. This has been a lesson she's learned repeatedly and still hasn't learned it. Because all this happens, and then the premiere of the next season happens. The premiere of season 6 happens, and there's this, she gets this vision of she's going to die and get stabbed with a sword by a dude in a cloak. We don't know who it is, or a chick in a cloak. We don't know. Somebody in a cloak's going to stab her, and we see her on this vision. And what's the first thing she does? Denies that it's happened. And her hands are her hands are shaking whenever it happens. And what's the first thing she does? Denies to everybody that it's happening and tries to deal with it herself. It's like, you just went through a fucking season where you learned not to do that.
To be fair, does anyone really learn all their lessons? A
Probably
lot of them
not.
a lot of them get reset, like whenever the writing suits them.
I know, it's just like, ah. Also, whoever had the bright idea of, we're gonna bring in Jekyll and Hyde, and then we're going to do nothing with them, and then quickly kill them. It's like, Hyde was a great character. Why would you do that?
To be fair, they kind of ruined it last year.
Did they?
Well, at the end of the season, they kind of got rid of the only thing that makes Jekyll and Hyde interesting.
The fact that they're the same guy.
Yeah, by splitting them up. I'm like, well, that's not interesting. It's like when Hulk splits from Bruce Banner. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Becomes totally awesome.
No, I mean, they literally did one where Hulk was his own entity at one point and Bruce Banner was his own entity. And it's boring as fuck because the best part is that duality.
Yeah. I feel like that would be a bad thing, though, because if the Hulk is his own entity, doesn't that just make him exactly what Thunderbolt Ross has always said he was?
Yeah. Kind of. Although Hulk is still nice, to be fair.
Okay. That's good.
He is childlike. But yeah, he was more savage.
Yeah.
Alright, so, well, what was your biggest disappointment?
There's only one thing I could give it to this year.
Yeah.
And it involves superheroes. Woo! Justice League action.
Ooh, yeah.
What's that?
Because I love Justice League, and basically what they've done is they decided to take Justice League and they decided to try and do a new Justice League with great voice actors, like including some of the ones like, if I just say Kevin Conroy, everyone will go, yay, it's him. Hey, he's in there, Mark Hamill's in there. A load of the original ones are back and just great voice actors, and it's 15 minutes long with adverts because it breaks out to about 11-minute episodes where the entire episode is just the fight scene from the do you remember the old Justice League cartoon where they'd have all the story, then the fight, then story? Not this time, it's just fight. Like sometimes you'll get Kevin Conroy just at the end as Batman turn around and say to Green Lantern, I know that'd happen. And then just look back at his computer like, no, you're wasting him. And the worst part is he's genuinely not phoning it in with that line either. So you know he at least wants to do it well. And it's like, what the hell are they doing with this? It's like it's solely disappointing. Because obviously with it being disappointing, like when I saw that, I was like, yes, and I'm so hyped up when I watched it. I was just like, no. It's not the worst thing on TV right now, but it's just disappointing as fuck. Because I'm like, oh, come on, you could have done so much more. I would have even watched a Justice League version like Teen Titans Go over this.
That would have been interesting.
Alright, so my biggest disappointment was too many speedster and there has been.
You're
So they're
Barry
probably
way
gonna
Is
too
she
keep
late.
bringing
doing
up to
it.
you, Mole?
A little bit. But you said too many speedsters in the Flash, and I made the joke of that's 1 year too late, 1 or 2 years too late.
Yeah, but it's like a
From what
thing,
I've
and it's
heard.
still a thing, and it seems like it's going to be even more of a thing.
It is.
Just tiring, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
give us some
It's like I was sad when they've announced Grodd's coming back for 2 episodes, and I'm like, oh come on, really? You're bringing him back for a 2-parter? He should be the main villain of a season.
That would be cool.
You
We
would
don't even
think.
need to see him every week. You could just have people working for him who have been hired to come and stop Barry. That's all you need. You don't. But no, instead it's like, no, we need to watch the Flash complain about how he's not fast enough every episode.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna send somebody for a 2-parter like that to set it up, send the Ultra Humanite to kind of hint that Grodd is back and that he's working for him.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and also, Rodriguez's disappointment. Honorable mention: Walking Dead. Why? Just why? Please stop. Why? Okay, thanks.
Why? Because the dude with the barbed wire bat needs to kill more people. That's why.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So that's it, right?
Yep, that's the
Yep,
end of
that's
the
all the
TV
awards.
awards.
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo!
Next Tuesday we have video games.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll go through all these categories again. Favorite video games.
Yep.
Next Tuesday.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So I guess that's a wrap. See you on the next one.
Peace.
Yeah.